This is our lecture 3. Here we discuss some example of groups. Let G be a group of modulo classes, residue classes of modulo 5, which is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The element of G is defined as such that for any two elements A, B belong to G, A plus B is equal to R. And R is obtained after divide A plus B by 5. So to prove that this is a group under addition or not, so we have solved this example by constructing such a table. We apply operation addition 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Also write 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 2, 2, 0 plus 3 is 3 and 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 3, 1 plus 3 4 and 1 plus 4 5. Since 5 is not lies 5 is greater than the 5 or equal to, so we divide 5 by 5, which is equal and remainder will be 0, so we write 0. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. This 5 divided by modulo 5, 5 ones are 5, remainder is 0, we write this. Now 2 plus 0 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 2 4, 2 plus 3 5, 5 divided by 5, remainder is 0, 2 plus 4 6, remainder is 1. Similarly 3 plus 0 is 3, 3 plus 1 4, 3 plus 2 5, 5 divided by 5, remainder is 0, 3 plus 3 6, 6 divided by 5, remainder 1, 3 plus 4 7 divided by 5, remainder is 2. Similarly we can write is 4 and 0, 1, 2 and 3 by same method. Here from table we can clearly see that this is closed under addition. Every element lies in group G. So first condition is hold that the set G is closed. Secondly, we say that associative law is obvious. And third, axioms of a group identity element belong to G. So also 0 belong to G, which is identity element. Now axiom 4 is that inverse of each element belong to G. Inverse of 0 is 0, inverse of 1 is 4, inverse of 2 is 3, inverse of 3 is 2 and 4 is 1. 4 plus 1 is equal to 0 or 3 plus 2 is equal to 0. So inverse of each element also belong to G. And number 4, inverse exists. This shows that J is group under addition. Now we also show that this is abelian group, because 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 1, 2 plus 2 is 4 and 2 plus 3 is 0 and 3 plus 2 is also 0, same answer. So clearly this is J is abelian group. Now example number 2, which is if J is abelian group, then show that a b power n is equal to a power n b power n for all a b belong to group G and n is a integer. So we divide the proof into three different cases. First case is that n is positive integer. And we will prove this theorem by induction method. So for n is equal to 1, we see that a b power n is equal to a power n b power n. So if we put a n is equal to 1, then a b is equal to a power 1 b power 1. So clearly true for n is equal to 1. Now suppose that it is true for n is equal to k. Suppose that the theorem is true for n is equal to k, then a b power k is equal to a power k and b power k. So here we suppose that the theorem is true for for n is equal to k, and we will prove this for n is equal to k plus 1 by induction. So a b power k multiply on both sides by ab, a ka power k b power k into a b. Clearly left hand side become a b power k into 1 k plus 1, and on right hand side we apply associative law, a power k into b power k a b. Since J is a abelian group, so b power k will belong to G and a also belong to G, and G is a abelian group, so commutative law hold. We can write that a power k a into b power k into b. Again apply the associative law, we get a power k into a, b power k into b. So a power k plus 1 and b power k plus 1. Since the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1, which shows that a b power n is equal to a power n b power n. Now for case 2, we will prove for when n is negative integer. And let n is equal to minus m, where m is a positive integer. In case 2, I considered that n is negative integer, and I put n is equal to minus m, where m is positive integer. So a b power n will be equal to a b power minus m, and I can write that a b power m into minus 1. Since m is positive integer and I prove the result for positive integer, so I can write that a power n b power m into minus 1. I have already proved this result, a b power m is equal to a power m b power m for positive integer, and m is a positive integer, minus 1 is lie on 2. So a power minus m b power minus n m. So this is true. Now in case 3, I consider that n is equal to 0. So for 0, it is a trivial case a by b power n is equal to a b power 0, which means this is equal to identity, or a power n b power n also is equal to a power 0 b power 0 is equal to identity. So clearly that both sides are equal. So we can say that a b power n is equal to a power n b power n for all a b belong to G and n belong to Z.